This is Carlos Montero from the field. Thank you for being with us. In this quarterfinal, there is an African team that's represented by Morocco, who did a fantastic World Cup so far. When they defeat Spain and they make it to that important round, the whole team show a Palestine flag. Palestine is present here. We see a lot of people from Palestine, a lot of people explaining the situation that Palestine is living. And to give you an idea of what's going on, to put a content in the story, we want to show you this story.
The melodies and dances in the streets of Qatar these days frequently refer to the territories like East Jerusalem, West Bank, and the Gaza Strip. Fans post on their social networks this traditional dance of Palestine, a country that is not actually participating in the World Cup, but nonetheless gives the impression of being the 33rd team in the biggest sporting event in the world. Many Palestinians had wished of seeing their favorite team play in the tournament, and many messages went viral on social media saying that this was not a possibility for them.
Desgraciadamente no voy a poder viajar. Se me prohibió realizar el sueño de asistir.
Some 8,000 Palestinians applied for the Haya card to enter Qatar. FIFA negotiated direct charters between Israel and Qatar, two countries without diplomatic relations. But no Palestinians reached Qatar this way because of Israeli hostility against residents of the occupied Palestinian territories. But others, like these young people here, proudly wear symbols of their homeland.
Yeah, yes, and this is the
our
flag.
This is our flag. We are representing, we are defending our rights. Israeli, they killing our people in Palestine. We are here to say to them, stop, go out our land. This is our land, not your land.
Just like this engineering couple, Ram is also part of nearly 250,000 Palestinian residents here in Qatar. She has been living in Doha for 12 years, and she grew up and studied here to become an architect.
You know, it's for the first time this World Cup or this tournament is taking place in an Arab country in the Middle East, where a lot of barriers and filters are put in front of us to try to hide and disturb the facts, or actually distort the facts. So this is the first time we Palestinians are all pro-Palestinians as well, have the opportunity to show our flags and to show the world that have never seen our flags ever, that we exist. We're still fighting for our cause. We still fight and cheer for a free Palestine.
Israeli channel.
Israeli channel, no, thank you.
Why?
One of the main media channels in Israel called this event the Cup of Hate, after being shocked to see how fans refused to be interviewed by their journalist.
Why?
Israel channel. You don't like us?
While Palestinian flags waved proudly at Qatar 2022, Qatari diplomats reiterated at the UN its solidarity with the Palestinian people and their struggle to reclaim their land and inalienable rights.
It's a perfect time since the spotlight is in Qatar right now and everyone's looking at Qatar. And there's a misconception, especially in the West, about what's going on in the Palestinian territories, and we're trying to make sure everyone knows exactly what's happening.
Palestinian flags and symbols are dominant here in Qatar and are even found in traditional Qatari attire. This is in contrast to previous World Cups that were mostly attended by European fans. Now, the majority of fans come from Arab countries and South America.
We love people from South America. They are very, very supportive, especially Venezuela. Supportive for Palestine. We know them, we like them. We say hi for all of Venezuela people.
We know Cuba support Palestine and we love Cuba for sure this as well.
The Palestinian flag even crossed over to the pitch, where Moroccan players celebrated their historic victory over Spain.
Some people were upset that Qatar was the host of the World Cup. Shakira, for example, didn't want to be in the open ceremony. But so far, this World Cup is going great. We are going to have wonderful games tomorrow in quarterfinals, and we are going to show you the highlights of this beautiful event.
According to FIFA, more than 2,450,000 spectators experienced the excitement of the group stage in Qatar 2022 stadiums, which represents 96% of the total capacity. In addition, it was also reported that the tramway network between Doha and Lusail has averaged around 9 million trips since the start of the World Cup, with a daily passenger count of 707,032. It is also known that the international airports of the Arabian country have experienced a growth in the volume of operations during the event in terms of traffic of both press and accredited personnel, as well as fans and teams. The public does not want to miss a single moment of what is happening with the teams and players, and that is a fact that has been verified by the massive presence of followers not only at matches but also at festivals and related events. Accordingly, the largest attendance has been from Saudi Arabia, the United States, the United Kingdom, and Mexico. The 2022 World Cup has proven to be one of the most profitable international events of the year and is set to continue to surprise until the final match for the trophy on December 18. The Supreme Committee for Delivery and Legacy has successfully materialized its handbook and has signaled that its strategy should be considered as intangible heritage of humanity when organizing high-profile events.
In 4 years, in the next World Cup, instead of 36 teams, 48 teams are going to be able to play in a World Cup. Why FIFA is doing that? To open the door to some nations that they never play a World Cup. For instance, Cuba. Cuba, they love baseball, but football is getting more and more important, and maybe they have a chance to play in the next World Cup that's going to be in the USA, Canada, and Mexico. Let's go to see how Cubans are thinking about if they can make it to the next World Cup.
An initial group of 16 Cuban coaches have recently been trained by international FIFA officials with the aim of developing Cuba's next generation of football players on an island long known for its baseball and boxing superstars. Cuban coaches are training hundreds of players as part of a new program to raise the profile and status of the sport in a country that last qualified for the World Cup was in 1938. Héctor Noa Cuadro is one of the coaches being trained by FIFA. He stood on the sidelines at the Pedro Marrero National Stadium in Havana and scrutinized the moves of more than a dozen young players, nearly all boys except for 14-year-old Gabriela Alonso and her twin sister.
The vision is football for everyone. Here is the same for the girls, the boys, the chubby, the skinny, the short, and the tall. Football is a means to educate, teach, and create values.
I am happy because before they didn't want to let me play football because I was a girl. Now I have opportunities. Thanks to my teachers, I'm able to play here.
Cuban football players have good physical strength, but they need to improve their technical skills, including how to dribble the ball, use a passing combination between two or more players, and perfect their shooting techniques. Cubans deserve a better future in this sport that has become the most played sport on the island among children and teenagers. The next World Cup qualifications will feature a Cuba team that has been oxygenated with new policies of the Cuban government, such as the insertion of players and foreign leagues and the promotion of grassroots developments.
I would like to win everything in the national team, and maybe someday I could play in a team from another country.
You know, we are testing every day your knowledge about football. Let's see how you did today. The trivia of the day was, who reached the semifinals at Russia 2018? The answer is France, Belgium, England, and Croatia.
In 2018, during the FIFA World Cup celebrated in Russia, 4 European teams reached the semifinals. In the Krestovsky Stadium, on the 10th of July, France defeated 1-0 to Belgium, thanks to a header from Samuel Umtiti in the 51st minute of the match. On the next day, in the Luzhniki Stadium, Croatia beat England 2-1 in 120 minutes. The English scored first thanks to a free kick converted in goal by Kieran Trippier in the 5th minute of the game. Ivan Perisic tied the match in the 68th minute, and Mario Mandzukic became a hero in the 109th minute after scoring the goal that let Croatia participate in their first World Cup final.
And now let's see how you complete the sentence, that segment we have in Twitter from the field. The question was, the best goalkeeper I ever seen was for David Stirlitz, Iker Casillas, Yolanda Lao, Gianluigi Buffon, Del Collado Buffon also, Amélie Courtois. Thank you very much for participating with us in social media. Okay, that's all for today. Be ready for tomorrow. Football is coming back to Doha, Qatar. We are going to have two wonderful matches, Argentina against Netherlands, and then we are going to have Croatia playing Brazil. Thank you for being with us tonight. Muy buenas noches, amigos. See you all tomorrow.